And welcome back. Okay, so we are in the desert. It is day 30, nighttime, and there's a very easy group of nomads here. So let's annihilate them. Let no nomad survive. Okay, and I guess I'll wait, even though it doesn't really make much of a difference. Well, with some of us at least. Advance a bit with you. Can't quite get there, sadly. Okay, since this is so easy and since there's only 6 of them, I'll increase the combat speed to the very maximum. Let's try to get this over with relatively quickly. 5% aimed shot. Nice try. Mahdi over here still has a throwing net equipped, not that we need it in this fight. Okay, advance there. Advance there. And I guess I can even allow them to have that high ground advantage here. Okay. And let's kill them. Go for this guy. And now we can use this. You can do that. And you can do that. Good job. Golden dags are very good. Early on. Alright, and we can even get next to these two fools. And that's what happens when you allow them to have the high ground. Let's see. 25% chance and dazed. Okay, well, that's fine. That's completely fine. Take that. Alright, 2 left. And there we go, no levels out of that easy fight. But every little bit of experience counts, as well as the loot. Now let's see, okay, they did not come from here, they instead came from this direction. So, can we find their camp? Apparently we can. Okay. So, yeah, it is somewhat easy. Some outlaws, a few archers, a slinger. I guess I'd like to do it during the nighttime again. Which means we need to wait a little bit. So, let's scout the desert out here. While we wait. Alright, I guess I'll head back right now. Of course, if this were Legends, I could just set up camp somewhere and do something useful. If I camp here, it's only going to heal and repair, and it seems like everything is repaired anyway. Okay. Sure. Also, we do have a reinforced helmet. I guess I could even give it to you, Ziad. Even if you will eventually probably be replaced by someone who's actually good. Okay. But let's wait. And there we are, nighttime. Okay. So yes, Widold has 1 throwing net. I'm wondering, should I give him more? Perhaps I should. Let's do it like that. I'm not going to be using the grenade here. And let's lower the combat speed back to 1.5. Thank you, Swifter. Turn on the obstacle highlight. So 15 enemies. There are 9 of us. But I would imagine that this will go smoothly. We shall see though. Okay, so there's blockage here, which we can utilize. So I suppose we will set up here. And I guess the Gladiators will handle the northern flank, maybe with the help of Elmer. Nah, Elmer will help here. That's the plan, I think. Alright, so probably trigger them with Zahiri this time. Of course, Zubair with this helmet and with the missing eye, especially during the night time, cannot see anything. So I can gain no information at all by moving forward with him. Maybe we should invest in a bird at some point. Anyway, let's take this area here. Okay, and let's get next to them. Okay, that is actually semi-dangerous. Whole mace and a two-handed mallet. Yeah, I'm far more afraid of these guys than their middle section. So I think I'll trigger them around here, and it is a slight risk because this whole mace is definitely something I'd like to avoid. And if I move here, it can have a shot at maybe even stunning Zahiri. Maybe I use a Ziad, the distraction, actually to trigger them, since I don't care at all about his survival. Okay, yeah, plans have changed. There are good news and bad news. The good news is that Zahiri the Viper will not be taking a risk here. The bad news is that Ziad might be dying. Alright, let's get next to them. There we are. Just getting one guy next to them is sufficient to aggro the rest of them. Okay, is there even a point in taking a shot when it's 5%? Well, I guess you have nothing better to do. I guess I could switch into the throwing net, but I don't think I'll be needing throwing nets in this fight, so it's fine. Nice try. Well, we do have the fast adaptation. So technically it wasn't a waste. Nice 5% headshot and also a 25% body shot there. Okay. And also disarmed. Okay, well, they really hate Milo, the helper. Oh well. Sucks to be him, I guess. Let's just do that. Even though this guy was shield walling, so maybe it was a mistake. Oh well. It's fine. It's going to be fine, I promise. Though maybe I should have waited. Yeah, maybe I should have waited for the onslaught effect. Let's use it now. Slight mistakes, perhaps. And there you go. Zayat has been stunned. Further decreasing his chances of survival. The thing is, though, I can switch freely into the dagger, which I probably will here, but let's wait first. Alright, so Mahdi has taken a hit. So he will be backing off, I believe. And I can still use the net, and maybe I actually should, despite just saying a minute ago that I wouldn't be needing them. I guess this guy with the shield wall could use one. Okay, sure. But we will need to get more of them. I need to remember to do that. They are extremely valuable, especially in the early to mid game. Okay, so wait still. And let's see, this guy has ended his turn, but these ones, one of them might end up here, quite likely. Okay, thank you for not doing the distraction shenanigans. Okay, sure. Well, I did expect that to happen, kind of. Poor Zayad. Anyway, let's get the dagger out, I guess. Also, is this armor worth it? The helmet, kind of. I guess even the armor, the body armor, is still an upgrade. I could also... Actually, no, I cannot use Line Breaker, because this guy is trapped in a net. Right? I would imagine so. But maybe the game does allow me to use this. No, it doesn't. Okay, sure. Good talk. Good talk. 21% puncture or 34%. Okay, let's just go for the 34, I guess. I could also use a dog, but I'm not going to. Also, I can just... Actually, yeah, let's do that instead. Since it's free to switch between daggers and a normal weapon, I can get it back like this in the same round, so let's do it like that. Use adrenaline, I suppose. Okay, and the pole mace is over here now. Sure, why not? Let's leave some room for Zahiri to move. Could use this. Not sure if it's a good idea though. Maybe, but I don't think it really helps us. Might actually be detrimental to use it here, so let's not. Anyway, Vidal's turn. Let's go for an aimed shot. 45. Okay, good. And Zishan, let's see. Melee defense of 61. Yeah, I do believe that should be enough. He will get surrounded, kind of, though. And the pole mace would be nasty. He is also nimble, though. 61 hit points only. So I'm wondering, do I attack or do I shield wall? I could also use shield wall plus line breaker. That is definitely something I could do. 95 to land this. I think I'll just go for it. Okay, nice headshot. Okay, and probably skip the line breaker here as well, since I don't care about saving Zayad, if it's even possible anymore. Right, Milo, just attack, I think. How much do I care if he dies? Only a little bit, I think. So, yeah, just attack. Right, and now we can use Hold Steady. Sure, and that is plus 10 defenses and immunity to stun, knocked back and grab. Could have also just attacked there, which might have been perhaps even better, but let's go with this. Let's also move. Okay, and hopefully finish this guy. Good. Pole mace goes for Zayad, but misses. So there is a chance that Zayad actually lives. Never mind. Okay, well, he does technically live. Only struck down. But yeah, that was nice timing there. Off with your head. And go for this guy. I would like to get this armor. He is not wavering yet, though. Soon enough he might be, though. I think, yes, I can probably risk it, leaving this guy alive for now and killing his bodies instead. Yeah, and now he is actually wavering. Okay, good. Let's go for the others first. This guy also has a 105 armor. We shall see if I'm able to get them or not. Okay, Mahdi, I think you've done your part. You can just run off. Have fun over there. Alright, and let's go for an aimed shot here. Nice one, nice one. Okay, and another kill. Let's see, are any of them left to act over here? Doesn't look like it, okay. Clear that dirt from your eyes. Okay, and yeah, let's use Milo maybe here with the shield wall. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that and hope for the best for him. And off with your head. And get next to the archer. Okay, well, we've been semi-lucky in that the pole mace has been unable to hit anything. Also, this guy is now fleeing. Okay, well, that's good, obviously. Just wondering, do I use Elmer to kill this guy? Or do I just get the dagger out? I do get the free attack from the golden daggers, so I think I should just go for this guy. Like so. And now we can step back, actually, and take the dagger out. Okay, good. That works. Okay, off with your head. Like so. Get the famed dagger out, and... Okay, well, one hit. One hit is better than 0 hits. Finish that fool. Alright, what can you do, Widold? Not much, not much. Also, this guy has a 105 armor. Well, it's... I don't know how likely it is that I'll be able to get all of them, but... I guess I can try. Also, the pole mace is obviously still fighting as well. Let's move there. Yeah, I would also like to get these helmets though, so I'm not going to be using the hail ability. I don't think. Just wait for now. This would be far easier if we actually could field 12 people. Oh, come on, dude. No, whatever. If I can't get all of the armors, then that's completely fine. Slightly annoying, but completely fine. I'll be happy with 2 of them. Even 1 is okay. But yeah, let's be greedy. Let's get the dagger out. Zishan is nimble anyway. 40%. Did you have fast adaptation? Yes. Okay, well, the first was a miss. Do I care about this archer getting away? Not as much as I care about the others. Okay, well, in that case, let's just allow him to go, I guess. Get the dagger out, get next to this guy as well. Yes, you may go. Have fun. Enjoy the rest of your life, however long or short it may be. Oh, you silly outlaw. Okay, and let's even use the banner. Get your knives out. This guy must be despairing right about now. All of his old friends, maybe even relatives, are getting knifed down in front of him. Sucks to be them. Well, apart from these 2, I guess. See ya. Okay, so this guy is... Well, I guess he's not really a threat, but he's still fighting, so let's target him. And Elmer just moved there. Okay. Not enough fatigue. Yeah, that's the problem with puncturing enemies. One of the problems. Guess I'll get this out. Yeah, never mind, I can't because not enough AP. Okay, there we are. Well, we are not getting this armor. That's basically guaranteed now. That's fine. That's completely fine. Alright, and that's enough for this fight. Okay, so Ziad did live. Now has a maimed foot, which is pretty damn bad. So I'm even less inclined to keep him around. Mahdi gets a level, Zahiri gets a level. And we did get 2 of these armors and some helmets. And also some silverware. And 400 crowns, etc, etc, etc. So that's pretty nice. Okay, so Zahiri level 9. Okay, once again I need to make this choice, and once again I am going to be taking the hit points over the +6 roll in initiative. So I guess I could consider, I'm not going to, but I could consider foregoing like melee skill for initiative there. But let's not get silly. Okay, so at some point I would like to have Berserk, but there are so many good options here. And also, if I don't get Finesse, then the Berserk will be pretty difficult to make maximum use out of. Though obviously everyone does get Recover in Reforged, so maybe that's incorrect, maybe. There is also Weapon Master, which means I would get the dagger perks if I switch into a dagger. And of course, I can, if I do that, I can just be a full-time dagger user as well, if I'd like. So I think I will be getting that. The question is, do I get it now? Or do I get it later? Well, let's level the others first. So Mahdi, level 3. +4s, nice. That is very nice considering these are 2 stars each. And let's also get the +5 fatigue. Okay, and if he did have 9 lives, I would give him that, but he does not. So instead, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Quick Hands is an option, Pathfinder is an option, Fast Adaptation is an option, Exploit Opening is an option. Most of these are options. Let's see, 80 melee skill by level 11, thereabouts. Unless, of course, Promise Potential is also successful, but I think, yeah, let's go with Spears. That's going to be the plan here. Also, he does get Underdog, which is nice to get. Let's see, 2-star melee defense 32 by level 11. Approximately, which means I can skip shields if I'd like. Though shields would definitely keep him alive better, but he can use a golden dag or something if I don't spec into shields. I do like my Pathfinder, usually. I think I'll just take Pathfinder here. I don't even need to think about this that much, because the plan, of course, is to get Promised Potential, which will respec everything. Anyway, next up is Ziad, who I'm going to get rid of. Let's see. Also, now that you took this, you get -20% initiative. Okay, let's give you hit points, melee skill, melee defense, and I don't know, I don't care about your survival, so not 9 lives. I don't know. I think I'm probably letting him go very soon. Let's just give him like adrenaline. Yeah, sure, whatever. It's fine. Okay, but Zahiri, yeah, Zahiri. I could just get like Finesse straight away. And after that get Berserk, because I think if I do get Finesse, then I really want Berserk. So I think so. Yeah, let's get finesse. Maybe the better choice would have been Weapon Master straight away, but let's go with finesse first. Okay, and now what? Now what? Well, we need more nets at least. I think we'll head like to Kraukdorf and see about the contracts there. Also, the ambition is now done. Good. Also, let's see, 3,000 crowns. How many? Yeah, we have quite a few of these trading goods, so definitely we are getting out of the south as the inventory is also filling up. That means, I guess, heading to Königshaven pretty soon. But first, like I said, let's head to Kraukdorf. I guess I could also be fighting like one of these factions here, raiding their caravans, but I don't know. Let's see, where are you from? South Kai? Do I see that? Yes, okay, it's the... Yeah, it's definitely not a house I want to pick a fight with, so let's leave them be. 6 hyenas, The thing about that is that they're pretty far away and they would also run away, so I think I'll leave them be for now. 10 serpents. Okay, I'm going to skip the 10 serpents. That's a nasty fight actually, even if they are afraid of us. I don't want anyone to die because I fight serpents needlessly. Let's see. Okay, food is fine. Let's check the recruits. There is a brawler. Brawlers aren't as good as in Reforged as they are in Legends, but I'll still check this guy out. Okay, he's like, I don't know, average or thereabouts. 1-star melee skill, 2-star hit points. Pretty nice starting resolve. Well, that's partly due to Brave. I think I'll let him go though. He could be a spear user. That melee skill is kind of good enough for that. But yeah, he doesn't have any stars in melee defense anyway. Does get underdog. No shield expertise. I think I'd really like to get someone who's far better than that, because we only have a maximum of 12 we can take anyway, so let's not. Also, let's not take this delivery, since we just came from there. How is the selling price? Probably pretty bad. 11. Okay. Well, in that case, let's just leave. Let's go to Sandberg. Brigands. Okay, well, that's a very easy fight, I think. So let's kill them. I will also bring Ziad. I mean, if he dies, he dies. I don't care in the slightest. It's actually going to be basically a good thing if he dies now. Well, unless you're Ziad. Anyway, let's fight. Yes, you should be afraid. Okay, so they won't be coming for us, I don't think. So we need to be the aggressors. Well, actually, never mind. At least, yeah, they are actually coming. Well, shows what I know. Okay, well, sure. That makes this easier, more simple. Alright, so these guys don't have polearm mastery, but this is a 5 AP weapon, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so they can move here and attack this position. Not that it really makes a huge difference or anything. Okay, aimed shot on this guy. Nice hit. Nice headshot. And I can take the high ground with Mahdi, I suppose I will. And sure, let's allow their backline a chance here. A small chance. Will be really interesting to see how Zahiri does once he actually has Weapon Master and Berserk, so he can switch between swords and daggers. It's a nice build because you can skip the quick hands altogether. At least I think it works with Quatal daggers as well. I haven't actually tested that out though. Anyway, Elmer's initiative is 78. Okay. Whatever. It's probably fine to just get next to a guy with a short sword. It's fine. It's going to be fine. Anywho, let's advance here with Zubair. Also, he actually does have a decent amount of initiative despite me never leveling it and despite having this semi-heavy armor. So maybe I could have made a better use of that. Maybe even given him like dodge. I don't know. Alrighty. Yeah, golden dags. Golden dags are quite nice. I do like my golden dags. There was absolutely no need to decapitate them, but I don't know, just felt like doing it. At least it's a quick death. Quick and presumably painless. Okay, let's... Did you have the Quatal? Let's see. Yeah, you can switch freely. Okay. We'll see if that ends up being nerfed at some point. But there we are. Also, yes, I need to do a little bit of inventory mumbo jumbo. Or mambo, I guess. Inventory juggling. Inventory Tetris. Well, not really Tetris in this game. Anyway, I guess we head to Sandberg and sail from there. Pretty soon I should probably invest in the donkey. Anyway, so surely we have reached the threshold for a professional. Let's take that. I'm not going to check, but if we are not there, then we are very close. I think so, at least. Yeah, there we are. We are about to reach into the nobility's deep pockets. Well, you say that, but basically the only noble contract that I would do at the moment is a patrol. Also, yes, a group of 5 nomads. Well, I almost feel sorry for them. Also, I think I'll just probably let Zayad go now. Yeah, I don't want him in battles anymore. At least not in these easy ones. So I'll just let him go. Pay him 50 crowns for his services. There we are. And let's be aggressive here. There's only 5 of them. Nice high ground. Okay, and take an aimed shot. 43. Nope. Yeah, getting those headshots from slings does sting a bit. Or annoy a bit. Anywho, let's wait for this guy to calm down. There you go. Not the best of moves you could have done, but there you go. 93, 93. And I suppose I will try to kill all of them. Because why the hell not? %48 headshot. Okay, there we go. Also, yes, the inventory. Let's see. Let's see, what can I dump here? Well, at least those. Not that this stuff is all that valuable. Even so, I hate leaving so-called valuable stuff behind. Okay, good enough. Alright, move to Sandberg and then we set sail. Check the recruits. Skip. There is very nicely priced amber here, as well as the throwing nets. I do want those, so let's make some room here. Selling price is 14, so I can forgo a few crowns of profit just to make this a little bit quicker. Okay, and now, well, actually, let's check. Okay, so this is a delivery to the east. No, thank you. Let's instead sail to Königshaven. Okay, selling price here should be decent. It is 17. That's good enough. Let's sell like most of it. Most of this. Also, I did get the pole mace. Didn't even notice. And at this point, I guess I can sell those militia spears. I suppose I'll keep a battle whip. I don't know, might be using it, but it's not going to be our cleaver specialist because of his minus vision penalties. Alright, let's see, so sell that. I can probably sell at least one of those. And now I have, yeah, now I have these armors. I forgot to put them on. Well, let's fix that in a moment. Alright, and also buy one stack of tools. Let's also exit that screen so it actually goes into the tools and supplies screen. Okay, so those armors, let's see. 100 and minus 8 fatigue. This is 105.11. So let's repair these things. Okay, so let's see. Okay, you get this, I think, 105, 11, 11 and 3, so that's good for Nimble. Let's see, Milo or Elmer, which one of you is better? Guess you're kind of comparable. This is 105, 12. I guess, yeah, that's very similar. Let's just do that. That little switch there. Also, why am I keeping these around if I sold one of these? That was stupid. Only mildly stupid, though. Okay, let's get rid of them. Stupid undead helmets. Also, I don't need these, I don't think. Yeah, let's sell them. Okay, so I have 7,000 crowns. Also, the golden goose is here. I guess I can wait for a better price for it, though. Better than 17%. Well, actually, it's going to be different since it's not like an armor or weapon piece. So over 3,000 for it, but I can still wait for a better price if I'd like. Anyway. So is anyone going to be using the pole mace? No one's a mace specialist. I guess I could have Mahdi use it though. For now, for a little bit. Only for a little bit, as he's going into spears eventually. Then I have these 95 armors. Yeah, you can use an upgrade. And also you can use an upgrade. And also you can... Let's see. Well, not yet, but soon enough. Leofric can come back into the lineup. Also have one of those helmets. I would like to get a better helmet than this Nomad Light helmet, but since this guy is nimble, I think we'll go with this for now. 74, 73, yeah, okay. Alright, so that seems to be the inventory stuff done. Let's check the recruits. Alright, so 7,000 crowns. How much do I care about monks when I do have a decent bannerman? The thing about Bertram is, though, that I could get like a dedicated banner and have Bertram be the tactician mainly, and additionally someone who's capable of rallying people, but that would not be his primary job. Well, I guess this monk is very cheap, so let's check him out. Cripples can be decent if promise potential is a success, so I guess I'll check that guy. One net specialist would be nice, but not sure I want a rat catcher specifically. How about a thief? Maybe a thief would be okay. This guy is 400 up front, which we can obviously afford. There is also an anatomist here. Not sure I'd like one though, since they definitely aren't as good as they are in Legends and SSU. I'll try out the thief. Let's see if he's actually decent. Quick and Night Owl. He gets the Knave perk 3, being a thief. Gets, let's see, fast, agile, light armor, shield and swift strikes. Only gets daggers, polearms and throwing weapons. Interesting. So if he has initiative stars, then Quick is pretty decent. Even without them, it's decent, since he's going to get dodge, I would imagine. But since he doesn't get underdog, he's not going to be great in the front line. As a tank kind of character, I think I'll leave him be. I think we can do better. Anyway, let's see about these contracts. Caravan, probably skip. Delivery to the south, probably skip as well. And also, yes, we got this monk and we got this cripple. So the monk does have discovered talent. He is also a team player and paranoid. Nearly min-rolled melee defense. But did get the +5 of course from paranoid, so he's at 6. 2-star melee skill, but starts abysmally low, so that's not that great. Yeah, I think I'll let this guy go, though. With discovered talent, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think he's going to ever be a good frontliner, even if he gets like 3 stars in melee defense. Well, he does get Colossus. Colossus Nimble. Steelbrow shields. No underdog though. 1 star hit points with Colossus 53. Does start at 46 resolve as well. I don't know. Once again, I think we can do a lot better though, so let's let this guy go, despite that discovered talent. Okay, and Will Rake, the cripple. Also a team player. Fear of Undead, no stars in melee skill. No special perks, apart from promised potential. 1-star melee defense, I think. Probably a skip. He's not horrible, but I think we can do better. Again, I can afford to be very picky currently. Also, do I want to train someone? Maybe this guy. Yeah, let's do rigorous schooling for Mahdi. But for no one else. And also let's have a drink. Let's get their spirits up. Okay. And now what? Maybe I sell to Salt Kai. What's the inventory size, by the way? Okay, let's sell a few things that we got by recruiting those scrubs. Okay, anything else? I would also probably like to visit a taxidermist at some point. Maybe not immediately. Also, I've never been to Usklag. Armorer Fletcher. The taxidermist is at Salzbrook, it seems. Well, let's sell to Saltkai, see if there's anything around there. Also, yes, did I buy... There are no nets available here. Okay, good talk. So, Saltkai. Okay, a couple of contracts. One of them is probably a Hex contract. Hexen. And that's going to be a no from me, dog. Also, let's check out these two guys. A fisher and a beggar. Okay, first up is the fisherman. 1-star melee defense. Apart from that, he's pretty unremarkable. Yeah, I think that's going to be a skip. 42 melee skill. Decent resolve though. Yeah, let's let this guy go. How about you? 3-star melee skill, however, he's also fragile. Gets cleavers and crossbows for some reason. No stars in melee defense. So he will reach very high, especially if promised potential would be a success in melee skill, but the thing is, he's going to die to anything. Like, even a splinter from his weapon might kill him. Yeah, 32 hit points, no Colossus, no stars in melee defense. just not having this fragile or having stars in hit points would kind of be okay. But he did almost min roll hit points and then takes the fragile penalty on top of that. So I think I'll let him go. Okay. Good talk. Anyway, there are these contracts. There's a delivery to Salzburg. One Skull Hexen contract? I don't think so. I mean, a lot of things can go wrong with that. So I don't think it's worth it. Especially when the run depends on the survival of 2 characters here. Might be that I would feel differently if that were not the case. Anyway, let's buy this net and get the hell out of here. Let's just travel by foot to Hafsklag. Probably head into the wilderness to see about enemy camps pretty soon. Let's see, what is this? Drive of Brigands. Well, that is an enemy camp. How about the recruits? Okay, there is a beggar. I'll check that out. Semi-cheap caravan hand as well. Okay, well, sure. Let's check both of them. Alright, so first up, the beggar does have 2 stars in melee skill, however also gets clumsy, which is pretty annoying. Okay, didn't roll very well for resolve. No stars in hit points, no stars in melee defense. 2-star fatigue. Okay, this is semi-close again, but I think no. Especially since, yeah, no special perks. How about this guy? 3-star melee skill, but clumsy again. What is with these clumsy people? What is with this place and clumsiness? Anyway, he does get pole arms with Berserk, so sure, let's keep him around. This is a pretty decent pole armor, I think. And I can go nimble with 9 lives if I'd like. Backstabber is there. Yeah, that's a decent find. And the good thing about this guy being a caravan hand is after he reaches level 6 he can upgrade the inventory size, so that's a decent find. A shame about the clumsiness, but that's fine. Also, he does get 2 stars in initiative with quick. So let's take dodge and relentless as well. Maybe overwhelm. Also, with that in mind, maybe it would be better to go with swords. He does also get fencer. Okay, I will need to think about that. Need to choose one or the other, as he doesn't get weapon master. But yeah, that's a good find. And for now, let's see. I could use Mahdi in the front line with a shield. Sipar shield specifically, which frees up the pole mace for Wolfgang. They call him a trainee. Okay, there we are. And now let's, I guess, kill some brigands. That's a pretty nice find. Okay, and it is in the swamp, but since it is one of these enemy camps, that doesn't matter as much. It is also nighttime, which is perfect. Also Levrik, yes, you are fine. Come back into the lineup. And we have these nets, just in case they're needed. Probably not, but maybe we will start meeting brigand leaders pretty soon. Maybe even now, so Vidal's nets will be used in that case. So let's do it like that, so that he has 3 of them. And I guess nothing else I need to take into account here. Don't think so. Okay, let's go. No leader. Unless the... No. I was going to say, unless the contract decides to give me one, but it did not. Okay, so some choke points are available, but let's see if they actually want to advance or not. Well, at least one of them is advancing. A nearly naked brigand scoundrel. We shall see how that works out for him. It's a bold strategy. Cannot fault this guy's bravery. But then again, it's the night time. Maybe he's just drunk. Okay. Leofric. Let's see, how much do I care about you? At least a little bit. But even so, let's advance. Okay, I see a pike. I also see a two-handed wooden flail. That is pretty dangerous. Okay, so who's going to trigger them? Maybe it's going to be Zahiri. Over here. Okay, step back. And this guy is spear walling. Not that it's really all that important. Set up some welcoming committees here in the choke points, I suppose. So move there with Subair. And step like one tile further there. Maybe even two though, since this guy is nimble. Can this guy move here and attack? Unless he has Pathfinder. Okay, he doesn't, so he shouldn't be able to move there. So let's step here. Okay, and Mahdi, I do need to be careful with him. He's only level 3. 48 hit points, no steel brow, no 9 lives. Maybe use him here instead. Let's just stay there, I guess. I do have a lot of faith in Zahiri's capabilities. Though, yes, indeed, they do have at least one throwing net. That's semi-dangerous. Even so, I think I can do that. Advance there. And move Bertram around here, perhaps. Even if he does get targeted by something like this pitchfork or this pike, he does have the 9 lives and pretty good armor. Okay, and Wolfgang, you are only level 1. So we'll need to be a little bit careful. That's why you have the backline weapon, of course. Let's just move him here, I think. And I think Elmer probably helps Zahiri here, mainly because this guy has a throwing net, and I would really hate to be trapped in a net with Zahiri. That actually gives them a chance to kill him, if that were to happen. So advance in the north and stay put in the middle and the south. For the most part. Okay, move like there. That's fine. Let them come to us. And 13% for Widold. I could also just move here. Let's just move there. Soon enough, or hopefully soon enough, we'll actually get some throwing weapons for Widold. And I am actually going to leave this guy alive, I think, since I want them to come at us, and I'm not at all afraid of this guy. Also, getting Zahiri's damage against someone who's more dangerous is perhaps better. The one thing speaking about killing this guy now would be to lower the resolve though. But I think I'll just wait. Wait with you as well. Let them come, and now we use Onslaught. Does help a whole lot that we have a tactician this early. Alright, and there you go. Okay, take a tiny bit of damage there. Could take this spot, actually. Let's see, can anyone get here? Doesn't look like it. So probably do move here. Okay, sure. Since, yeah, I already kind of checked that this pike fella cannot get in position and attack in one turn. Would be nice if someone got next to Zubair the lion. Is that going to happen? Maybe. Maybe this guy, the Vandal, is going to decide that he wants to get a better look at Zubair's nice helmet. Never mind. He decided to be prudent instead. Well, I guess that makes sense. I guess that makes sense. So we will need to advance with Zubair if I want him to do something during this round. Anywho, I can just kill this guy. There we go. Nice job. And now we kill this guy since none of them did come close enough. And yes, indeed, it is Zahiri who gets trapped in a net. Let's free him, and we still have the free attack from Spear Mastery. A nice headshot. 80%, but still very nice. Okay, and here's an outlaw with the flail. I don't think I'd like to bother trying for a stun. Let's just go for damage and miss. The pike is in position now, so quite likely someone will be getting hit by it. Just need to accept that. Okay, now I see a good use actually for Line Breaker. This is pretty hilarious. There you go. How do you like that one? Now he's surrounded, and I can use Zishan to attack again. Does mean that Leofric is in pike range though, without shield walling, but that was funny enough that I wanted to do that. Okay, get in there. And Mahdi can do nothing unless I get the net out. I don't think I want to use the net in this fight. It seems to be easy enough that it's unnecessary. Let's just go for a flank. And then we have Vidaled. Nice try. And very nice hit there by the three-headed flail. Okay, so yes, indeed. So the robber with the pike will get a shot off. Let's see, when is this guy acting? Pretty late. I think I'll just go for damage here, and if someone gets hit or even killed by the pike, then so be it. Not going to shield wall. Well, we tried. You tried your best, Milo. I guess I just have to accept that. Nice. And very nice. Okay. Good. Let's not get next to this guy though, as I don't want him attacking twice. Okay, and let's use hold steady. And move back, probably. Okay. Did not get hit there. Also, yes, polearm guys do get bolster, which will improve the morale state of the adjacent members of their team. As at least if they're not engaged in melee, right? Let's double check. Yeah, while not engaged in melee. Okay. Wait for this guy to kill himself. Okay, good. And off with your head. Nice. 63. Or I could wait. I think I'll go for it straight away. Despite this guy shield walling currently. Okay, well, that's what I get. Fair enough, fair enough. You can wait, and you can go for that. Okay, he's still alive though. And Zishan actually does act after him, so someone might be getting hit unless Vidold can save the day, so to speak. Okay, so 45 or 58. Let's go for the 45 times 2. Okay, there we are. Nice job. Nicely done. Let's advance. And just go for the head. Good. And this guy is now fleeing. Excellent. Okay, so pretty easy fight. Technically it's not over yet. So let's see if this pike actually manages to do something. It did not. Okay. Nice. Also, do I care about this armor? Well, in any case, let's go for decapitate. Okay. Just kill. Just kill them. Alright. And I am sorry to say, but none of you will get to survive here. Off with your heads. Okay, there we go. And we get 4 level ups. Very good. Loot is not all that exciting, but it is worth money. And money is exciting. Okay. Elmer Fudd, level 6. Let's see. Okay, Min rolled melee skill, but did max roll the melee defense. Okay. Let's also take the resolve and I suppose the initiative over the fatigue. Yeah, he doesn't even get berserk. He does get unstoppable though. I should probably get that. I didn't take this perk at all during my poacher run. So if and when I take this, I need to remember not to get stunned or wait. Well, mainly to not use wait for the most part. Would be also nice to not get stunned, but yeah. Anyway. So let's do that. And let's see. Probably get through the gaps. Yeah, sure. Let's get that. Okay, next up is Mahdi, level 4. Min rolled melee skill. I think I'll take something else in that case. Like hit points and resolve, probably. Yeah, I think so. Take the melee defense, definitely though. Alright, and you can also take through the gaps. And then we have Milo, level 5. Also takes resolve, probably. Resolve and +2 melee defense and +3 melee skill. Okay, and as for your perk, yeah, it's sword time, I guess. Yeah, I think that makes more sense than the other options. Would be nice to have like a mace specialist in the team, but I don't think this guy should be it. Okay, let's take sword mastery here. Oh, come on. Come on. There we are. And actually give you a sword. Let's see. Sadly, the only option is a short sword. Well, let's go with that. Let's go with that. Also, we have a dagger. Let's give it to you. Okay, but yeah, finally one more level up. That's Wolfgang, the new guy. +2 melee defense. Yeah, sure, I guess so. He doesn't get anticipation, so I'm going to ignore the range defense. Alright, and I could take student here. But let's just take 9 lives. I would like this guy to survive. Alright, and let's see, is there anything in the inventory that I'd like to distribute? Doesn't look like it. Is this bow better though? 40 to 60, 40 to 55. Yeah, it's like arguably better at least. Less effective against armor though. Has a slightly longer range. Well, whatever. Let's use the new one, I guess. Okay, and now let's return. Report of our successful mission. And also, the next ambition. Let's see. Taxidermist requires 12 things. I'm not going to head back down south now for the arena. I also don't feel like doing goblins. Maybe never in this run. Or I could just choose nothing here. I think I'll wait for the next selection. So let's not take any ambition currently. Okay. I'm not going to read this, but we lose roots and berries. Chase us! Over here! Chase us! Chase us! Chase us! Chase us now! Yeah, well, anyway. There go the grains. Okay, so let's see. Do I need more food now? Well, I guess... let's see. Well, this stuff will spoil pretty soon, so I guess I can get some bread here. It's semi-cheap. And also let's buy the cloth rolls. Selling price is fine. I'll also sell some garbage. The 50 armors are garbage now, so I can get rid of them basically. Also, that's a 90 helmet. Yeah, I should repair that and also equip it when it's repaired. Let's also repair the military pick. Come on, let me sell it. Thank you. Alright, good enough. There are some people here, but I don't think I care about them. Okay, so let's move on. Let's go to Furstenwall. Buy maybe like a stack of tools, check the recruits, etc. Alright, let's see. There is an expensive militiaman here. So Gernot the Pig, the Houndmaster, who is fat and greedy, does get back to basics. So maybe that's actually worth it. I don't know. Not sure if back to basics alone. Well, obviously not alone, but it is good to have. Usually, I think. Okay, let's see about him. I mean, being fat is fine, but being greedy is annoying. Okay, 2-star melee defense starts at 8. That's pretty nice. 67 hit points. That is, let's see. So it's 57 actually. Okay, so that is actually not even a high roll for hit points for this background. Doesn't get underdog, so... No stars in melee skill. 49. He does get fast adaptation, but I think I shouldn't even try to make like a damage dealer out of someone like this. The 8 melee defense is pretty nice. That is the max roll, but like I said, he doesn't get underdog. He also doesn't get shields. So I don't think the back to basics and the 2 stars there in the melee defense is enough to keep this guy around. Not anymore, at least. I definitely would have given him a chance earlier on, but let's get rid of him. And probably skip the rest of these guys as well, though I'm not sure. Maybe these like this low tier detailer mason type backgrounds can get lucky. I mean, this guy does get tactician. The thing is, though, we already have that. We already have that. He's lucky with an iron jaw. Gets shields. Gets unstoppable. Has to be heavy armor. Basically, he needs melee skill stars to be useful. Well, sure. He's only 120. Let's see. He doesn't have any stars there. 3-star resolve, though, but yeah, that's not going to help. Yeah, okay. Well, goodbye. Okay, well, let's check this guy as well. I guess cocky bleeder. Well, I'll just leave him. He does get ranged combat as a 3, though. With throwing. Well, I guess if you're a thrower, then these are less bad. They're still not good, but they're less bad. But I'm still going to say no. I'll just skip that. So let's see, what is this condition actually? 100% higher food prices and less food for sale. Okay, let's scout this area. See if there's an enemy camp there we'd like to destroy. I see undead tracks. It's 4 geists. I absolutely hate geists in this mod, but there's only 4 of them, so how bad can it be? So let's give you a shield. Not a shield, a spear. These guys can use their weapons as they are, because they're specialized in them. If I had a pike, I would give Wolfgang a pike. Maybe Vidal should have like a... Yeah, let's do it like this. Have a spear, go into the front line. Okay. I don't think this can go wrong, but I guess it's theoretically possible. There are only 4 of them, and we do have a banner. So sure, let's kill these geists. Also, here is the Forbidden Graveyard, which might be filled with geists, actually. And if it is, then I don't think I should fight it, but if it's zombies, then it's very easy. Okay, well, the geists are over here, so I guess I see about that place. Which means giving Vidal the bow back. Also, is someone still wearing like a very crappy helmet? No. That's an 80. Okay. We'll be using this, but let's not use it yet. Okay, let's see about this graveyard. But if it's filled with ghasts, which it actually does seem to be, 9 of them, I think I should just run the hell away. Yeah. Yeah, it is 9 ghasts. I would definitely do this if I had like 2 rallies or if this were not reforged, but these things are horrible. Just horrible. Just absolutely abysmal fight to take. They're going to actually abuse the screaming mechanic. They actually know when people are fleeing and they will wait, which is extremely annoying. And I don't want people to run away stupidly, so let's back off manually here. This is going to take a bit of time. I mean, theoretically we can do this, but I don't want to take the chance that something goes horribly wrong. So I will just get the hell out of here. Ghasts are no joke. Also, this high ground here is pretty damn annoying as well. Well, it's a good thing they only have 9 action points at least. Alright, and let's issue the retreat order. See you later, alligator. They might have decided not to follow us there had I issued it straight away, but occasionally the AI does decide that it does want to pursue you. But here's the consolation prize. Only 4 of them. These ones obviously I will kill, though. Yeah, now I have the bow out. No, whatever. It's fine. Okay, let's reposition a little bit since I don't want to take any chances even against 4 of them. Even against just 4 of them. Let's not spend like too much time on this though. But let's let them advance here. Okay, they're being pretty smart about their positioning. Okay, well sure, let's go for them. Let's go for it. I do have the rally and there are 10 of us against 4 of them. Turn down, turn down, turn down. Okay. 72 miss. Adrenaline is something that helps a lot in these fights. Good job. Alright, let's see how well the rally does. Yeah, it did nothing, so you can see why I was so afraid when there were more of them. Like, he's right next to these guys, and it did absolutely nothing. With 97 resolve. Okay. But this fight should be fine. I do have the dogs. I suppose I could have tried that nastier gaze fight with the dogs. But I really don't want to take the chance there. So let's not give a dog the kill here. Okay, there we go. One gazed tier. Alright, and let's keep on moving. See if we can find like a brigand camp instead. And indeed we do. It is very, very, very nasty though. There is a swordmaster, many raiders, a few marauders, a killer, a few sharpshooters, and a robber baron. Not sure if I've ever even faced a robber baron. But I think that might be too tough for us currently, is the thing. The stone fortress where elite bandits train, plan their raids, and revel in luxury from their plundered treasures. Yeah, some of us are like level 2. I don't think I should try that. With enough nets, I suppose we might be able to do this, but it's definitely not worth it at this point, I don't think. Let's try to find easier prey instead. Stop by at Salzbruck. Okay, so what do we have? We have a caravan. And we have Drive of Brigands, so that's the same place. Now, if I take that, I'm not sure. It might actually reroll what we face here. But I'm not going to take it. It's fine. I would like to do that location at some point, obviously. And let's leave it be. Selling price is 17, so I will offload some stuff here. Also, is this actually better than the short sword? Let's see. 30 to 40, 35 to 40. Yeah, I think it's maybe slightly better. Okay, let's actually use that instead of the short sword. And sell it instead. Let's also sell the 200 mallet. By the time we get someone who uses two-handed hammers, we'll get like a better one as well. Right, and check the recruits. There are a couple of detailers. I will skip killers on the run. I don't want the events with them. Guess I'll check these detailers just on the off chance I get someone very good. Okay, this guy has potential. 2-star melee skill, 3-star range skill. But doesn't get any ranged perk trees. Once again, I think that should be changed. If someone gets like 3 stars in range skill, force the mod to roll at least one ranged perk tree for them, because that's pretty stupid, I think, currently. Anyway, can he do anything with the 2-star melee skill? Gets access, flails and swords. No stars in melee defense. Does get shield expertise. Doesn't get underdog. Does get berserk. Is hesitant and disloyal. Has to go with medium armor. Reaches like 83 for melee skill. I don't know. Earlier on I would have been semi-happy about this guy, but currently not sure. Not sure just how I feel about this. Nearly max rolled the hit points. And did well with, let's see, most of the stats. 2-star fatigue with berserk. That's decent. I could also go with flails instead of swords. Doesn't get quick hands. That's maybe slightly an issue. Because I could do some things with like a reach flail. Well, I don't know. Not sure. Let's check the other guy though. And it seems like he is worse. 1-star melee defense, no stars in any attack skills. So I think this guy is going to be fired. Yeah. But is this other guy good enough to keep at this point? Not sure. He's definitely usable. Does get Colossus with a nice amount of hit points as well. We have 10 people. I think I'll keep him around for now. But I might decide to get rid of him at some point, because he's obviously not going to be as good as someone like a Swordmaster or a Hedge Knight or something like that. So at that point, when we can afford those backgrounds, I might decide to let him go. If he's still with us. So let's call him like a helper. And I will decide at some point which weapon to go with. And let's see how he rolls with the melee defense. If he dies, he dies. I won't mind. But let's give him a shield for now. And let's see, do I actually have like a weapon now? That isn't one of these heavier weapon types which don't get a plus percentage chance to hit. Well, I don't seem to have them. Well, anyway, I'll think about what to do, what weapon to give him, etc, etc. on my own time. It's been long enough. So thanks for watching, and I shall see you next time.